So Leo, let me continue what I was trying to tell you here, that sometimes the edge computing is brought in a separate device. It means that, yes, they have a processor that controls the robot actions, but they make the edge computing as an add-on. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes they just, how to say, they increase the ability and the capability of the computer or the processor that is controlling the robot, and so it's all in one. Okay, so it differs. Okay, but there is a possibility that they make it as an add-on. So it means that this edge computing is the one that is handling the mapping and VSLAM and the sensor reading, and it is separate from the main processor of the robot itself. So did I manage to clarify that point to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. And after you finish all the paper 3 questions, please open the multiple choice questions.
Yeah.
So this is the highlight challenges with the object occlusion. We have seen that question before. I just wanted to emphasize that, or make sure that you can recall back. But let me know, because I already sent you an image. So just tell me, you will be able to see an image. Did you see an image? And the image is called Q5 Type 1 Paper 3?
Yes.
Okay, so there is a question mark that I put on the square. There is a square there, and there is a question mark there. So I would like to understand, what can we put here? What can we call or name this square? If we look at all the given inputs that is being passed to that, so can it be a processor? Can it be something else? Can it be something that we pass all the sensor reading to be able to achieve something in terms of the rescue robot, of course? What do you think?
Oh, well, it's a device that all of the sensor data is sent to.
Mm-hmm. And what can we call it?
Maybe an analog to digital converter.
Okay, what is the thing that in the robot, in the terms of the robot, that we say that it take a GPS, speedometer, it takes maps, it take vision, it take lidar, and possibly IMU. So if you look at the image, you will see that, oh, GPS, speedometer, accelerometer, compass, and so on. So why all this need to be given to something, so that I would say, okay, if I say the output of that, correcting, fixing the map errors, fixing the robot drift movement error, it can help in the relocalization of the robot. So what is the term?
So it can be used to, it's used in relocalization as well.
Yes, yes. And it can help fix the robot drifting error. It takes many sensor input. As you can see, radar, lidar, vision, thermal images, GPS, speedometer. It starts with S.
It starts with a sound. Okay.
So it's like a two words, the first S and the second F.
Sensor fusion.
Yes, 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 sensor fusion. So it takes a lot of sensor input to be able to correct, and the robot drifting to help in the localization of the robot and so on. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Would you remember it?
Yeah.
Okay, please continue then. Try to hit um, sometimes this is not, this is, I'm trying to help you. I'm not uh, so I see sometimes, if we say this is a hammer like that, sometimes I feel that you're hitting the nail, the head of the nail here, and sometimes you do it here. I want you to hit the nail in the middle. So, okay, occlusion, we use it for what? Ask yourself, we use it for what? We use it to be able to detect objects, and or no, it's a problem that we face to be able, when we are detecting objects or even risking people, right? If we cannot, if if a human is or an object is occluded, this means that we are not able to really recognize it well. It means that if there is a human, um, we are not able to identify that it is really a human or not. We are not able to differentiate him from the other surrounding objects. If it is an object, we are not able to actually get a good estimation of the depth of the object. So hit the nail in the middle. I can't say that what you are doing is wrong. No, it's not wrong. But I want you to hit so that you save your time. This is 100% correct. Yes, yes. So I want you to focus on this kind of answers here, like what you, this is 100% accurate and good. You're hitting it. poor depth estimation. This is for objects. So if part of the object is hidden, you are not able to actually detect the size of the object or how it looks like in the 3D. Okay, Leo, move to the next, please. You already you have a good answer here. So okay, what you have you answered here, wheel encoders, so far it's correct, except that this wheel encoder does not know about anything about orientation. It know about movement but not orientation. And what you mentioned also here is correct. Yes. So one of also the advantages of the wheel encoder is that it is inexpensive. It have a low power consumption. It have a higher resolution. But it can accumulate errors over time because of the slippage, or if it is moving on a non-flat surface like you mentioned. So it's okay. It's good. So may I ask you one thing? Do we use the cameras only for as an odometry sensor, or it have another usages?
Well, cameras aren't just used for odometry. And
No, no, no. It's so basically this cameras is important for the VSLAM to work. Okay,
yep.
but then they also can use it as an odometry sensor. So if they use it for odometry sensors, one of the advantages is that they don't need an additional hardware. So it's the camera is part of the VSLAM already. So if we try to use it to correct and to improve the accuracy of the movement, so we are using hardware that is already existing. We don't need to really add one more hardware. And so this is one of the advantages. Another advantage that, as we said, it's not affected by wheel slippage. You already mentioned it. Um, but then what could be the limitation of a visual odometry sensor?
Oh, well, other than occlusion, another issue would be that in dark environments, it can be difficult to identify key points, which can also cause a lack in accuracy.
Okay, you are correct. So also one of the disadvantages or limitation is that it lacks the depth information. Okay, and if we need depth information, it means that we need to get information from more than one camera, and that is computationally expensive. um, so in if we are only if we only want to calculate the movement of the robot, so we would say that a wheel encoder is much more cheaper and computationally non-expensive. We don't need to use much processing power. If we want to use a vision, then it needs a lot of real-time processing, and that is resource intensive. Did I make sense? This is the limitation. Okay, so I think you
Yes.
can move to the next. Leo, let me, this is not related to the answer here, but I don't want to forget that since we are in a critical time now. Some of the recommendation of that the teacher have agreed on, that it is fine if you uh, if you go through all the paper, mark the easy questions and go to solve easy questions first. So if you have A, B, and C of a question, you find that B have two portions and both of them is easy and you can really answer them. So ignore A and C and answer B. And so you mark for every question the easy answers, and then you go for them. But then you have to do some marking. You have to establish some kind of marking so that you are able to know which one you answered, which one you didn't. And also it is good that you try to mark the difficult answers. Some people say uh, that you answer two easy questions and attempt to answer one difficult one. That will somehow, how to say, balance and balance your mind capability consumption. It doesn't press you too much, and it gives your mind also time when you are answering an easy question. Give your mind a time to actually think about the difficult one. Um, but then, if you think that you will get confused, so then don't practice it. If you think that you can mark the questions that you're able to refer back to them and don't forget any of them, then okay, you can proceed. This is one of the techniques that is always taught by teachers. And then please continue. Leo, your answer is actually okay, except that I would like to highlight that there is a sequence that we would like always to follow. We will have to close because it's already 30 minutes, and then we will open and I will explain that point to you.